Olivier Giroud is one of those players that can pull those kind of goals out the bag when you really need them. We talk about him being underrated because it feels like wherever he moves on to, in the latter stages of his career, he's always having to prove himself, Cass.
Yeah.
What do you think about him as a player?
You use the word underrated, and I would say he's the best in the world of the most underrated players. Because there are a good few underrated. He's at the top of the list that a lot of people, I would have him the top. I was lucky enough to see Olivier at Montpellier as a young man when they won the title, and he played a big part in that before he joined Arsenal. You could always see there was something a little bit different because he's not a traditional centre forward, yet he leads the line brilliantly, but he'll do things that a number 10 can do. You know, that goal's a number 10 goal, isn't it? It's a Roberto Baggio type of goal. And I've seen Giroud do that 4 or 5 times in his career. I know I could never even get close to what he does.
He got criticised, didn't he, at the World Cup for not scoring a goal. But he did so much more than that. It's kind of what you're saying, isn't it?
Can I just say to you, Laura?
Yeah.
France won the World Cup twice with their centre-forwards not scoring. Guy Vache never did it in 98 and Giroud never did it.
And this is why we book you, Tony. Because me and Ali wouldn't have that kind of information, would we, Ali? No.
He'd remember Stefan Guy Vache. He was at Rangers. You'd remember him, Ali?
I do, Cass. I remember him well, and it's a brilliant fact that you brought up. Guy Vache didn't score World Cup either, 98 when they won it. And of course, Giroud was the exact same in Russia. Amazing statistic.
Why does he get so much stick? Why do you think that? Because after that, I mean, he's a World Cup winner at the end of the day, Ali. And like you say, like he was in that team and he was influential, just didn't score a goal.
Because, like I said, I don't know whether Cass agrees. He's one of these players that's probably surrounded by players that are far easier on the eye. It's as simple as that. He's not going to take the ball in the turn, drop his shoulder, beat 2 or 3 players, but he plays in teams that have those kind of players who are easier on the eye. But if you ask any of his teammates, they will 100% appreciate his value to the team. It's pretty simple as that, and he will score important goals as well. He's not known as a renowned goal scorer, but he'll score important goals.
Niall is a Liverpool fan, and he says Giroud is like a fine wine, better with age. He is 35 this summer. He's out of contract this summer as well, so where could his next move be? That'd be interesting to find out. Would you have him at Liverpool?
Absolutely.
Would you really?
Yeah, I think there's very few that can do the Roberto Firmino role. If you said to me Giroud, I wouldn't. Look, it's at 35 years old, he'd do a great job. I still think there's a year or 2 in him. He doesn't rely on pace. I mean, he reminds me a little bit of Teddy Sheringham at times. You know, I know Teddy played a slightly different role, but he's got that in him where he could play that 10 or number 9 role. OK,
there you go. Olivier Giroud out of contract this summer, 8-10-89. Where should his next move be? Well, they keep him. They probably will, won't they? Especially with Thomas Tuchel, obviously.
He's got more goals than last season already.
Has he really?
Yes. He scored 10 last year for Chelsea. He's got 11 this year.
He's outstatted us again.